It is Sunday the 15th of December, which means it's only 10 days till Christmas. How excited are you all for Christmas? I think if you've got kids, especially young kids, then it's a little bit more exciting, isn't it? But I'm still excited, and I'm excited to be driving over to Sheffield today. See my mate Chris Bellman at Bellman's Auto Electronic Services. I'll put a link in the description to his business, so you can have a look at the services he provides. But this could be a stroke of genius, or it could just be not a stroke of genius. Like, what's the opposite to a stroke of genius? Because it could be that. But you may know, if you have a transporter, and especially if you have a lower spec transporter, you get a very basic steering wheel with it. Now mine is a very basic transporter. I could have probably bought a better spec transporter, but it's just one of those. Like, I thought I'd have more money to pimp it up if I went for the lower spec. What I'm trying to do today is see if I can upgrade this steering wheel for a lot cheaper than what it would normally cost. Now, if you will look on the sites, and I was actually trolling through the transporter forum this morning, and I saw someone selling a steering wheel for 250 quid, which was a transporter steering wheel off a slightly higher model spec than what mine is. But they wanted 300 quid for that steering wheel. It wasn't a flat bottom one, but it was just a multi-function steering wheel. So what I've done is I've spoken to someone who you may all know if you're a Caddy boy or you're in the Caddy forums, Kev Benn. Now, he's a Touran man, and I've arranged for him to send a steering wheel over to Chris Bellman's, and then Chris is going to fit it today. Now, that steering wheel cost me a hell of a lot less than 300 quid, and that's no sponsorship. There's nothing that Kev's done any different than he would do for yourself if you wanted to buy a steering wheel from him. I think it's off a Touran, and it cost 80 quid. Now, Chris is going to charge me for fitting it, which I'll find out when I'm there, but I know it's going to end up being a lot less than 300 quid all in. It's definitely going to look better than my current steering wheel. And I've been assured, and I've not done much research into this, that most Volkswagen or all Volkswagen steering wheels will fit in another Volkswagen. In fact, in my Caddy, I've got a Mark 5, I think, Golf GTI steering wheel coded in, controls the stereo, volume up and down, skip and stuff like that. So I will carry on with my drive over the Snakes Pass, which is a lovely drive at this time of year, and I'll carry on listening to some Christmas songs, which I can't play because of copyright. In fact, in the comments, put your favourite Christmas song. I'll tell you mine right now. It's Step Into Christmas by Elton John. I just think it is the best Christmas song ever written. We'll catch up with you over at Chris's. Stepping into Christmas with me. Step into Christmas. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Feed the world. It's the time where they roll Michael Bublé out, isn't it? Christmas. It just hibernates for 11 months a year. We're at Chris's now. I'll see if he's ready for me. This is Chris's son's Golf. Now, this is something special. It is a Golf. Well, it's basically an Audi RS3 in a Golf shell. So at the minute they're taking the engine out. It gets rebuilt every single year, and every single year they skim the heads because it runs on meth and race fuel. So it is an absolute beast. These brake discs here and the Audi ceramics, they were $3,500. There's carbon front bits there, carbon door, carbon side skirts, and then carbon boot diffuser. It's all custom built. And not only that, Chris has just shown me this door, which is a spare door for it, and this is unbelievable. So this is a spare door. 3 kilograms, that door. How much was it, Chris?
£1,700.
1,700 quid. Look at, you can just lift it up with your finger. That's some weight reduction, that, from your normal standard door. And what brake is it running then?
Just short of 1,100 horsepower.
1,100 horsepower.
Performance VW magazine.
Performance VW?
Yeah.
Let's go and have a look at this. I have to get his Instagram, because apparently he's got a massive following on Insta. So if you wanted to see more of this, you could have a look on Instagram and see it there. 1,100 brake horsepower daily, yeah, it says it there. Jesus. And then he's knocking about in his winter hack at the minute, isn't he, as well, Chris, which is an 400 brake horsepower.
440 horsepower Audi RS3.
440 brake Audi RS3, just as your winter hack.
Yeah, slowest car he's got.
Slowest car he's got at 440 brake. But this is unreal. Look at all the carbon on it. So we reckon, or Chris was saying, he's quite deep into the build on this financially. This is probably a one of a kind in that sense. 1,100 brake. Look at all this under here. And do you rebuild it every single year?
Near enough. Depends how many miles it's done. Every 12 to 18 months or so it's taken apart and health check, make sure it's okay.
That's unbelievable. What an absolute beast of a motor that is. Well, it says it on the back here. RSR. And the reg plate is just class. Wow. Yeah, I think I'm in love. Chris is a proper VW guy. You just got it all over. VW Festival, Legends, and then there's this Golf here, which has got full roll cage. That looks like it's got a carbon. Have you got a carbon roof on this?
It has.
Got a carbon roof on that. Look at that. Is that a drag machine?
It's a track car.
Track car, is it?
Yeah, it's fully road legal. The poster on the wall is on the Nürburgring in Germany.
Oh, let's have a look at that. Look at this. On the Nürburg. That's class. So if you want anything doing, coding, all that kind of stuff, I'll put the link in the description of Chris's place. He's also in the Caddy Boys, so you can always get hold of him through there. But I'll put the link in for it. And if you want your stuff looking after by a proper VW guy, then Chris is your man, 100%. This is like a little emporium of dreams for people who love VWs. What's under the cover? I'm sure I asked you this last time.
That's the slowest car we've got.
That's the slowest car you've got?
Yeah. It's the wife's Mark 1 Golf GTI Cabriolet.
Oh yeah, you showed me this last time. Look at that. Oh,
That's that one.
that's one of
the
my.
grills off because I put a new intercooler on it. It's not finished messing about with it yet.
That's probably one of my dream motors. That. Look
It's
at the
only
wheels.
300 horsepower. This.
300 brake.
It's only for the wife. So,
What year is it?
it's 1991.
Golf GTI convertible running 300 brake. Unbelievable. Yeah, so definitely check it out on the link if you want anything doing. Like I say, Chris is sorting the steering wheel out on this and taking it from Povo spec to a little bit less Povo spec. So it's just 2 pins, is it?
2 pins on this one. The Caddy one, even though it looks the same, is slightly different air pattern. It's sometimes easy to come off, sometimes they're not. There we go. Doesn't want to come off this. There we go.
Look at that. It's always good when you get someone who knows what they're doing because they just make it look so easy, don't they? I was going to say, how many of these you do in a typical week?
If Caddies, we do at least 5 a day, every day, 7 days a week.
Jesus. I think Chris might be doing a bit of a sort of a winter sale on steering wheels because there's loads here. So another thing, if you're in the group, definitely if you're in the Caddy Boys, look out for posts from Chris because he might be doing a bit of a winter sale on some steering wheels. So get yourself a and a Caddy Boys discount on it as well. So grab yourself a bargain. So that's off. And also, Chris can retrofit cruise control for caddies and on the transporters, but there is some differences, isn't there? Depending on the year of your Caddy and the year of your transporter.
Yeah, transporters often need a replacement BCM, and they also need a wiring loom, not just the stalks.
Right.
So it's a little bit more complicated.
So, just give him a message, give him the reg of your whatever you're in, your Caddy or your transporter, and he'll be able to tell you and advise you on which you need. So, Chris's son's Insta accounts and YouTube channel, I'll put them on the screen. I'll put links in the description. The YouTube channel's No Messin, and I've just had a quick look, and there's some POV videos of the weapon being driven, so definitely go and check those out, because I think that'll be interesting. That's my nighttime watching sorted for tonight. Rather than Coronation Street or anything like that, I'll be watching a 1,000 brake horsepower Golf being absolutely spanked around. What are we doing at this bit now, Chris?
We're adding the missing wiring in that it needs for the multifunction steering wheel. It doesn't have any power wiring. It doesn't have any LIN bus connection wiring. So we've made a little loom up to add those two functions back in.
That's clever, that, isn't it? Eh? Jesus Christ. I'd be putting that multifunction steering wheel and it'd just be for looks. There'd be no multifunction about it. The only thing it would function as would be a steering wheel.
I would buy pre-made looms for them. We manufacture everything here in-house.
Alright, what are we doing now then, Chris?
We've connected the power and the LIN bus to your wheel on the new loom, so we're just going to put it all back together now.
Look at that. Do not try this at home. Come and speak to a qualified technician like Chris. I mean, you probably can attempt it at home, but I would never. I'd just get someone who knows what they're doing and talking about to come and do it, personally. So far, the plan to not have to spend £500 to have a multifunction steering wheel is working. The Touran steering wheel going into the transporter so far, but obviously we're not finished yet. Well, Chris isn't finished yet, so we'll have to see at the end if my idea has worked, and you can get a nicer steering wheel in your start line and not break the bank. So look at this now. As I was saying before, not a very good light on here, but look at the difference in this steering wheel. Now, we're not too sure if the multifunction will necessarily work with this stereo, because this is my Toto one, but we're going to work on that and I'm going to find out if it actually works. But look at the difference in this steering wheel now. Multifunction from a Touran into a transporter. And what do you reckon we saved ourselves, Chris?
On that, 200 quid?
200 quid from going from a Touran one to, well, going from rather having the transporter ones or the Caddy ones, to going to the Touran one, 200 quid saving. And you can see the old start line steering wheel, how hanging is that?
Worn at the top.
Yeah, worn at the top. And this one, now, all nice, looks brand new, multifunction. So if you want anything coding, installing like steering wheels, cruise control, I mean, to be fair, Chris, I might as well just ask you what you actually do rather than me trying to...
we do all VW electronics. We've got a fully equipped mechanical garage here as well, so we do all mechanical servicing and repairs and things like that as well.
So everything for a VW, come and see Chris.
Yeah.
Link in the description for his business, so you can get in touch with him. And I also put on Kev Benn's, where I got this steering wheel from, because this steering wheel is obviously second hand, but it's in tip-top condition, isn't it? It's in really good condition. So I'll put all that in the description. Now it's to drive back home from Sheffield to Manchester. Luckily, I've got the better headlights on the transporter now and not two candles, so I'll be able to see. Right, let's get on the road. I am well impressed with this. This is a massive upgrade to the T6 here. This is lovely. I've actually got a cover that you sew on, and I was going to do that on the old start line one. But now I'm a bit like, do I really have to spend the hour or two doing this when it's got a nice steering wheel? I don't know. Should I bother? Should I not? We'll have to see. Big shout out to Chris. Like I say, he's in the Caddy Boys group. So if you're in that group, give him a shout when you need anything electrical doing. If you're not in that group, it doesn't matter. You know, find him on Facebook. Like I say, I've probably said it about 50 times now, but I will put the link to his page in the description to this video. Give him a shout. He's actually also turned on the digital speedo, which I can believe you can do with a Carista, but it's a bit of faffing about, and Chris has done it for me. So I've got a digital speedo now. It tells me how fast I'm going digitally, which is progression, if you ask me. So now, got to make my way back over from Yorkshire back to Manchester, and yeah, can't wait to get home. So thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have enjoyed the video, please give us a like, share and a subscribe. It'd be very much appreciated, and we'll catch you on the next video. Take it easy.